This is Science Quest. With your host, Jed Allen Frills. He's taking you around the world, discussing everything science. It's Science Quest.
Hi, I'm Jed Allen Frills, and thanks for joining me on Science Quest. Today we're at the Magnolia Manor in Bolivar, Tennessee, and the reason we're here is because the Magnolia Manor is the place where General Sherman and General Grant plotted part of the Civil War. But more important, the Magnolia Mansion is supposed to be haunted. We're going to try to meet up with Elaine and Tom, who run the Magnolia Manor. Let's go take a look. We're waiting for Elaine and Tom. Hi, Tom.
Come in.
Elaine.
Yeah. Hey, Jed. How are you?
Great. I'm Jed Frills. Thanks for meeting me here today. We're here to check out the Magnolia Manor.
Well, that's good. I'm Tom. This is Elaine.
Well, it is so exciting. We've heard so much about the manor, not only about its history, but also that it might be haunted. We can't wait for you to tell us about it.
We got some stories.
Well, let's come on in.
We're glad to have you.
So this is it, the entryway to Magnolia Manor.
Yes.
What can you tell us about your home?
Jed, this was built in 1869 by Judge Austin Miller.
Okay.
And I'm going to be using the term slave, but I want you to know he was very good to his people.
All right.
But every brick in this house was made on the premises by the slaves and sun-dried. It took him 2.5 years to build it.
Amazing.
He lived here until they all, passed away, and that's when Elaine took over the home, and that's when we found out about the historic significance, and this thing is definitely haunted.
That's exciting. Well, tell me a little bit about the historic significance first about you. I've heard about generals and everything.
Okay, we had the 4 generals stay here
4 generals
during the Civil War, and their mission here was to plot the Battle of Shiloh, and that was all about controlling the railroads at Corinth, Mississippi.
Which 4 generals would that be, Tom?
Right here, if y'all come up the stairs, I'll show you.
All right.
This was Logan.
Okay.
Who was a politician before the war.
Got it.
Obviously, that's Grant, who later became the president.
General Grant.
McPherson was the next one, and he was killed in the Battle of Atlanta.
Okay.
And then General Sherman, and an interesting story about Sherman. Austin Miller was down at his plantation in Mississippi, and the generals were having dinner here. Sherman was dining with Ms. Miller, and he made the statement that all children and Southern women should be exterminated.
Oh my goodness.
Ms. Miller got hysterical, ran out on the sun porch, which is right behind you. General Grant heard her crying and came down and asked her what was wrong, and she told him, and he made Sherman apologize, and Sherman did reluctantly, and when he went up the staircase, he took his saber and slashed the staircase.
So this slice right here was for General Sherman.
Been there 163 years.
Amazing, amazing.
Absolutely amazing. Would you like to go upstairs?
Well, I've heard a lot about upstairs. Something about the 1849 room. Is that legit?
Let's go there. We'll tell you the ghost story about 1849 room, which is all true.
Can't wait to hear it. Hey, let's head upstairs with Tom and Elaine and take a look at the 1849 room.
Okay, go ahead, Sir Jed.
A beautiful foyer, Tom. This place is amazing.
Thank you. It's a heck of a house.
Elaine, did you restore all of this?
Yes, I did.
That's amazing. So upstairs, there's how many rooms?
We have 3 bedrooms. Now, this was Annie's room. This
Okay.
is one of the rooms that Judge Austin Miller's daughter stayed in.
Okay.
And over here, Jed, this is the C.A. Miller suite. That's not made up.
Now, when you say C.A. Miller suite,
This was Judge Austin Miller's son's suite.
okay.
And we think this is the room General Grant stayed in.
So General Grant, while they were plotting the Battle of Shiloh, possibly stayed in this room.
We think that's true.
Not quite sure which room he stayed in, but could have been this one.
Yeah.
Well, so I think he had the best.
Yeah, I think so too. And then the
And over
1849 room.
Okay, this room here is really sought after because a lot of the paranormals and psychics tell us that this is the most haunted room in the house.
Amazing.
For example, if you see these dolls in the chair, You see where their arms are?
Uh-huh.
Did you cross these? Okay, remember Hal told me, the gentleman that was here just a little while ago, that he put the arms back on the arms of the chairs, and now it's crossed already.
Amazing.
And that happens pretty often. Now I'm going to get Elaine to tell you the picture, the story about this picture on the wall.
This picture on the wall over here.
Which has several witnesses to this story, a fantastic ghost story.
What can you tell us about this picture, Elaine?
Well, we were kind of wondering about ghosts. You know, like, are there ghosts? Are they real? Are they real? But my son, he decided we needed to find out more information. And so this lady that we know, and she works for the police department to find children, which is sad, but she does this, and she wanted to come and analyze the picture or the portrait.
She's a psychic.
Okay.
Yeah, and so she said, there was 5 women in here. They said, just sit on the bed or whatever, and you won't bother me. She had a tablet out and a pen, and she started walking around in the room, and all of a sudden she put her hand up there. She asked me if she could, and I said, well, don't put it on the main portrait, because if you do, it may damage it. It's so old. So she said, okay, I'll do that. So she said, y'all go ahead and communicate and talk, whatever. I'm going to be okay. So about that time, she put her hand on the frame, and it went pow. And of course, it scared us, you know, just such a quick pow.
Right.
And then we all said, what happened? And she said, I can't read anymore. It's a secret. And she says, I think this portrait was done after the death of the young lady.
Interesting. So that's one of the things that's happened in the 1849 room that lead perils and that lead psychics here to the mansion all the time.
Right.
Do you guys get a lot of people coming to the mansion to visit because of the paranormal activity?
Absolutely.
We have some business people. We have, I'm going to say 50% of the people that come here, ghost hunters.
Okay.
The rest of them are history buffs.
Amazing. Do you have
special
events for the ghost hunters?
Yes.
Oh yeah. They bring their own group, and they stay up all night, and they have the infrared equipment, and they film all the things that they hear, and the pictures, the images, and silhouettes that they see, and so forth.
And you and Elaine live right here at the manor.
Elaine has one she calls Old Smoky. She has seen that one so often. It comes from the den right to the door of the bedroom.
Interesting. So that's one you see as you're living here. Another one of the rooms is the formal dining room here at Magnolia Manor. Tom, we're standing in the formal dining room, and you tell me that the psychics sometimes use this room to set up all their equipment. What do they do in this room?
They really do, Jed. They come in, we move most of the furniture out, and over the course of the years, they have all these recordings that they have made and the pictures of images and silhouettes. And they set the screens up and their recording equipment, and our guests come in here, and the psychics and the paranormal show the films and play all the recordings they've made over the years. And it makes the hair on your neck stand up. But I want everybody to know, here again, these are friendly ghosts. It's like Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Amazing, amazing. Tom, once again, I want to thank you and Elaine for joining us today on Science Quest. Elaine, it's been great to be here. We cannot wait for you guys to maybe have a chance to come to Bolivar, Tennessee and take a look at the Magnolia Mansion, where you might just run into a friendly ghost of your own. Thanks for joining us today on Science Quest.